Located on 225 acres in Garden City, Long Island, Nassau Community College, a member of the State University of New York system, has close to 20,000 students attend the school each year. The college mascot is Leo the Lion, and these are his stories of the school's absolute best and brightest who have graduated over the past 50 plus years. So let's catch up together as the Alumni Association of Nassau Community College proudly presents Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Welcome to Lion Tales, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Aurora Workman. I am president of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. I'm here with my friend and co-host, Dr. Lynnda Nadien, a proud graduate of Nassau Community College, and together we'll share stories that will inspire, uplift, and often amuse you.
Each week, Aurora and I will introduce you to alumni of Nassau Community College interested in sharing their experiences while attending the college and the secrets to their success.
Well, we have great news as an alum of Nassau Community College and of Uniondale School District. Steven Spielberg's company is going to make a feature film based on the story of a school teacher, Lynette Carr Hicks, and her award-winning Rhythm of the Night. So Rhythm of the Night has a show choir, and Lynnda, as being a principal in that school district, and me, a product of that school district, we just want to congratulate everyone in Uniondale and all the alums that have come on to Nassau Community College. Congratulations, Lynette Carr Hicks.
Look for many new and exciting events on the Alumni Association social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and our webpage is at ncc.edu/alumni. If you, our listening audience, has any positive news you would like to share about alumni happenings, we would love to hear from you, so email us at ncc.edu/alumni.
Well, today's guest is Kendra Jaffe, and who is currently volunteering as an administrative assistant at Long Island Volunteer Center for the 25th anniversary prom boutique event. Her role is to facilitate and mediate working with the community toward providing prom dresses for underprivileged young women. Kendra is a student and a proud graduate of NCC. I would like to introduce her. NCC introduced her to the world of academia. So welcome to Lion Tales, Kendra Jaffe, class of 2015. Hello.
Hello. Welcome
Thank you
to
very
Lion
much for
Tales.
having me.
So tell us a little bit about your decision to attend Nassau Community College.
I feel very fortunate. First of all, thank you for having me here today. I decided to come back to college. I'm an older student. When my children were going to school, and I had the opportunity and time, and I felt that, this would be a fantastic place to start.
And it is.
And it really is. It is a great place to start. And what were some of the favorite courses that you had that you started off with? We always ask our guests these questions about their courses that they loved.
I had some beautiful experiences here. The history teacher was just an amazing woman. And I had some wonderful people in the math department that were very assistive to me.
Do you remember any of their names?
Yes, I do.
We always forget the names.
I had John Ernst, who worked with me in tutoring. Mm-hmm. And I have a kind of unique story in that I'm a student that needed special services. Mm-hmm. So you're Jeff Frankel, who's...
Yes, Jeff.
he's
You're rest in paradise, Jeff.
Yeah. Everyone here was really great. And Pat Hellcrow and Professor Baker. So I went through their department. I ended up going, to get my prereqs and so forth here.
Yeah.
And ended up with a great opportunity through human services to have a degree here.
And it's great because, over there at the center, they are so good at least getting to know the student and to see where your strengths lie and help you where there are weaknesses. So, shout out to the Center for Students with Disabilities. Shout out to Jeff Frankel and Pat Halcrow. I love Pat Halcrow.
Yeah. And, it's so when students have that comfort level of going to the center, then they'll continue to go. And it really does help increase your grades and give you a little bit of confidence because because when it comes to math or science or anything that poses a challenge, they've been able to break it down for the student, and it's just been much more beneficial for students to continue their quest for their education.
Now, did you participate in any activities on campus while you were here?
Yes, I did. I was in the social work club.
Okay.
And I also was Phi Theta Kappa here.
Oh,
Nice.
congratulations to the
Yeah.
Honor Society.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, who was the advisor there?
For Phi Theta Kappa, she's an attorney here. She does the law courses on campus.
Oh, Jane Alexander?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. Fantastic. Thank you for helping me with that.
No, you know what it is that so many of our professors are so great, and so I remember people, because of that. And I mean, I went here, in the other century, many decades before the end. And so that just lets you know how impressionable that the professors maintained in their life, the impressions that they had on my life, because yes, it was many, many decades. And
There are some fantastic professors here. I had a really excellent introductory opportunity here to make some incredible contacts and connections with people, if you will. In this industry, they were very candid in discussing my opportunities and so forth. Another thing I would like to share with you is that I went to the student services here, and I took an aptitude test, which many students don't know about, and they come here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, or I don't know what I'm going to do, and it really affirmed what I was going for. And I figured if I was going to spend money in college, that I would be spending it on something that I really have a love and aptitude, and it confirms that. That's a great thing to have.
It is. And anyone who wants to partake of the aptitude test that Kendra is speaking about, I know you can contact Professor Petronelli.
Yes.
Because I do remember, and you're right, a lot of students fail to take advantage of the services that it's already incorporated in their tuition.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's available here. We have so many services for students, and that is one of the ones that I found, later on as I was working. I just wanted to take the aptitude test and found out I was supposed to be, I was where I was supposed to be.
It's great.
It's like
and that
perfect.
you don't realize. Sometimes you say, "Oh, I didn't read that little part yet. Oh, there it is. Now I know. Now I will move forward with that."
Exactly. So I'm glad, Kendra, that you are mentioning these things, because we have our students who, it's listed in booklets, it's listed in there, but who's reading at times? It's like, look through it. We've given it to you. It's there for you. So the Student Center over in the Nassau Hall, you have transfer classes. You have everything over there. So students, go visit. We want you to sit there and be able to take advantage of these services. You're listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I am Aurora Workman, along with Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Kendra Jaffe, an administrative assistant at Long Island's Volunteer Center. And we have an event that will be coming up here in our it's in Yeah, the CCB.
The CCB.
The CCB building. You've been
I put CDC. That must be
the CCB building this year in March. Okay. So, and we want you guys to participate. So we're going to start talking to Kendra about what is working with the organization at Long Island Volunteer Center. Describe what that is and describe who they are.
Well, this is a wonderful opportunity I got to work with them. And they work doing community social work. They reach out and they connect persons with services. Many corporations and different functions of our community on Long Island have situations where they need extra help or volunteers and so forth. So what we do is we connect people with opportunities. And it's really beneficial because it helps sometimes corporate teams working to, their culture in the corporation is to connect their employees in a team effort.
Right.
And what we do is people call up, they need services, and we do many other outreach in the community, like when the Hurricane Sandy came through.
Yes, they were really essential to the lives of the Long Islanders here.
A lot of volunteers.
Yeah. It says the Long Island Volunteer Center is going to be celebrating its 25th anniversary.
Yes.
And so what does the public need to know then to get more involved and to actually contribute? Because, we see things going on in the world right now in which goods and services are going to be in need. So what is the organization doing for assisting locally and then beyond that?
You can always reach them. Long Island Volunteer Center, www.longislandvolunteercenter.org, and contact them asking what you can do, and if you can be connected. If you check the website, all the information is posted there, and your opportunity to register for possible volunteer matches that you and your family or community would like to participate in.
Mm-hmm. Now, this year, because I have participated in this several years, providing my beautiful dresses that I swore I could fit in, and it never could happen. So I just had to give in and give my beautiful dresses that I will never, ever be able to fit in.
One man's garbage is another man's gold.
and they were beautiful. None of them were garbage, but I always thought I'd be able to fit back in it. But it was a wonderful thing years ago when we began here at Nassau Community College, asked to donate our gowns.
Yeah.
And of course you wear a gown and you think, I'm going to get into this again. No, it's not happening. So give it up. So they had drop-off locations here on the campus so that we can present at the 26th annual Prom Boutique a collection of beautiful gowns, but not just gowns.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us, Kendra, what else do they do at the Prom Boutique?
I'm very excited to tell you about this because this is our large event. It's an outreach opportunity for those of you who don't know what it is and what we do. Is we've been for 25 years now. We've been collecting the prom dresses, and they're given by boutiques and people who need to clean their closets, and a lot of generous people out there. They also give shoes, and each girl, it's for underprivileged girls. Mm-hmm. And so it's only by recommendation through their high school, guidance counselors and so forth.
And I think they're doing makeup and hair, and they showed, again, accessories that would go with it, the pocketbook and the shoes match. And, it's so beautiful because it's true. A lot of people, you have like really beautiful things that you've accumulated over time. And
Beautiful.
It's really sitting there, and to be able to have someone share in that is just absolutely gratifying in every way.
Taking part in this is an extremely gratifying experience, and you really get to see someone transform. Yes. They get one dress they get to take two dresses at the event, and one dress is for graduation, and the other dress is for their prom. They get the pair of shoes, as you said, and jewelry, accessories, a handbag, wrap, so forth, and makeup I've seen.
Yeah, I just read about the makeup recently and hair. They'll do all that. That's great.
You know what was beautiful watching them come in, because I was there last year representing Nassau Community College as an alumni association, and to watch the girls come in, but when they came out,
oh, it's so beautiful.
Oh my God. And then they were trying on the outfits, and one mother just cried and she hugged us and said, "Thank you for doing this for my daughter." She looked like a princess. Yeah. It was transformation.
They're so beautiful. So beautiful. Some of these young women, I've had a wonderful opportunity to sort of be backstage and front stage during the collection process and everything. And seeing them try on the gowns is an amazingly fulfilling experience, and you want to be a part of this event. It's really great. You really transform someone's life and give them an opportunity. So I would, if you don't mind, like to thank the fashion department, Heidi, and the people over there, the students who decorate the actual
area for the event. Event.
It's beautiful. The room itself is really beautiful.
Yeah. And it's one of the beautiful things, and that we'll talk about it in a minute, are all the volunteers from Nassau Community College who come down and help them.
Absolutely. You are listening to Lion Tales. Today's guest is Kendra Jaffe, a volunteer who assists with several organizations on Long Island. Her educational journey began here at Nassau Community College, and she has contributed so much to a variety of organizations in our area. And we were speaking about the Long Island Volunteer Center and these upcoming events for young men and women throughout the area, and
the prom boutique.
The prom boutique. I did see even for young men that they are given opportunities for shoes and accessories as well. How do the boys fit in, and how do you give them that comfort level to come and pick out some outfits?
What they've done is extremely excellent way of going about things. They vet the volunteers very carefully so that people don't intermix. So what they do is they connect. The boys come in a separate group than the girls, and each of the groups are allowed to come in for a certain amount of time, and they get the actual shopping experience and of the event. So boys can come, and they also have many suits and really nice things, shoes and so forth.
Yeah, it's great.
One year it was amazing, and again, I shout out the staff volunteers here at Nassau Community College. They came from every department, and the one year I remember Dr. Craig Wright teaching the young men how to tie a tie. They had no idea how to tie a tie.
Hard to do.
They walked up and they said, no one has ever taught me how to tie a tie. And they literally watched him and other faculty and administrators here at Nassau Community College assist these young men in tying their ties. And as men, that was great for them to take their time and come and participate when they found out that the young men were going to have an opportunity to get clothing. Yeah. So that was one of the things. One of the great things that we had. Now, tell us of some other events, because we do, as Nassau Community College, is very much involved in volunteer work. We're very much involved in community service. Many of our students have to have a certain amount of hours for community service now to graduate, which is a wonderful thing.
Yes, it really
Not
is.
many, all of our students participate in some kind of community service to graduate, and as part of their graduation. So tell us some of the things that we do with you guys.
I feel very fortunate that I was one of the first groups that made it mandatory for us to have community service, because it was within my field of study as well in human services. And I did my volunteer work and internship here through Pride for Youth in Bethpage.
Yes.
And that was a really fulfilling experience as well, to work with that community so closely and learn the diversity. And the beauty of this school at Nassau Community College is that it really grasps the current wave of culture, inclusion, and so forth. And I really love that about doing these volunteer opportunities and going to do an internship with that community was really enlightening.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, your degree is a human services degree, which is an associate's degree from Nassau Community College. And can you explain a little bit about that? Because how would you encourage others to pursue that particular diploma?
As I said, I enjoy working with a diverse population. And when I first came here, I was looking to get a degree in physical therapy. And so,
and that would probably be a diverse population too, but then I can see how you switch over, yes.
And I think that I'm better suited for the anthropological aspect of things. And Professor Halko was very instrumental in assisting me into my actual field.
Isn't she great?
I just felt this is a really good fit.
Yeah. How far does human services span in terms of, let's say, from humans to animals to the whole entire community? It seems like it's very inclusive, that anyone could be part of that human services part.
It really is fantastic. It's sociology, and it's an opportunity to take a real look at how we can serve our community, how we can, put it out there and pull others up into a better place for empowerment and so forth. So being here with that mindset and persons in the Department of Human Services being so generous with their time and advice, that we all have an opportunity here to like really reach out. But these persons, the professors that work here and advisement really give the students an opportunity if they'll take it, if they go and approach, the professors. So the breadth of what you're asking me is so large that when I was here, I also worked with Malloy College for the sexual assault.
Yes.
And I had an opportunity to make friends with and experience the people that came from the Safe Center. So that was also a different community. It's so diverse that it goes from everything along the line of, working with the Sandy, surviving that, and distribution of, homeless opportunity. We also, that department brought me to the Mary Brennan Center.
Mary Brennan Inn, yes.
And we did some community service there, which was fantastic as well. It's right here in Hempstead.
Yeah. One of the things that is great, Kendra, is that the Long Island Volunteer Center, when we started the day of service here, really, as you said in the beginning, matches opportunities for everyone to contribute.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It really matched together with what I'm doing currently with social work. As you said, we have this great chance to experience things, and that includes our networking. I would never have had the opportunities had I not had these great experiences that are now mandatory here at the college.
Yes, and that's the beauty of it. So have you experienced a day of service here at Nassau?
I have.
Let's hear from the students' point of view.
All right.
As a volunteer, I was fulfilled.
This is really wonderful. The Phi Theta Kappa group, we decided to go around and collect up the additional extra textbooks, and we sent them to Haiti.
Nice.
That was really
yeah.
The professors here have the wonderful surplus of book. They get Pearson and so forth send them additional books like textbooks. So when we have all those books, we as a group decided that it would be very beneficial to go to each department and ask if we could get some of those resources, and we sent them there to Haiti.
And that's wonderful. You're listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Aurora Workman, along with Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Kendra Jaffe, a proud graduate of NCC who earned a degree in human services here. Now, we have been talking about the day of service. If anyone out there has never experienced working in a day of service, you should. If giving makes you feel good. Participating in events that allow you to have a charitable heart and show your charitable heart makes you feel good. So Kendra was just telling us about the book drive that they sent textbooks that have been gathered to Haiti. And tell us some of the other things, because I did one, acts of kindness.
Oh, do tell.
Yes. So where everyone, all students and everyone, all the stakeholders here at Nassau Community College, they pick a card and then they do random acts of kindness. And we'd walk around campus, whether it's seeing someone,
and that's what we need.
And,
that's really all we need.
Smile, and we'd give them these little cards with lollipops or something.
That's wonderful.
And so that was my favorite, being able to walk around. But we also, because you mentioned the Mary Brennan Inn, we make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think we made like hundreds of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and was able to take them down there to the inn.
That's really wonderful.
And then we collected. And another one where you mentioned, Lynnda had mentioned, tell us what human services involved. Well, when you have people who are struggling and they have pets.
Yes, exactly.
So I was part of the ones who gathered pet care items, food items, Shout out to Petco in Westbury because they donated
so beautiful.
coupons that we were able to give to people so that they can go get food for their dog. Because if you're having trouble feeding your family,
you're
your
having
beloved
trouble
pet
feeding the pet,
is having an issue as
and
well.
even medical care for the pets as well.
May I intrude?
Yes, no,
Excuse
please.
me. Oh, so when you brought that up, and it sparked a bit of opportunity, that when I did go to the Marion and Brennan Inn, I had an experience there. I'd love to share this with you because it really affected me as a person. A man was there with his child, quite young, maybe 3, and his wife, and they were very well mannered. They asked if I could bring them something additional food. I brought the food, and the man grabbed me a bit by the arm and said, "You know, we've done everything right. We worked really hard, and we're here, and I'm ashamed." And I was very touched by that because, you know, he said they were getting services and so forth there. And I thought, wow, this is just could happen to anyone.
It absolutely can. And I think that that's so important to keep in mind because there are stories. There was a young girl, same situation, but she happened to drive a Mercedes. So when she pulled up and had the Mercedes, people looked at her and said, wait a minute. But she said, well, that's the only thing I have left, the car that I paid off. This is my vehicle to travel, to get back and forth to work, and I do need the additional services. So you can't judge me by that.
I think that's a really fantastic point you bring up because many women, you know, the older women, they come back to college here because something similar has happened to them where they might have gotten married early and they divorce and they, you know, they were driving the nice car and they go for services and people are like, oh, they're taking advantage of the system. Well, you don't know the whole story.
Exactly.
Or many young young people who had children and their children have children, but they're not taking care of their children. And these young grandparents in their early 50s are responsible for being guardians of these little babies now. It's saving the foster care system money because now these children are being taken care of by family members.
Thank heavens, right.
But anything can happen that would affect you financially or emotionally in which you may seek help. And luckily these organizations are available that they can actually steer you in the right direction. But there is still a stigma. People are very embarrassed and their pride affects them from seeking more services. And how might we combat that a little bit? How could we make that a little bit more manageable for someone like this man that you're saying felt so ashamed?
There are so many opportunities to make people feel, first of all, you want to give them their dignity, respect, their worth, you know, give them that opportunity and make them feel, you know, it's confidential. And reaching out a hand to someone to, you know, give them support services, financial opportunities, you know, engaging them in education. I feel that there should be some kind of connectivity with the school, you know, in that regard. But for an opportunity, you know, the person coming to college here is that you do have mental health services here on campus that are free to the students. And I think that should be taken advantage of. And there are so many opportunities for persons in our community, you know, to get these services, but you don't realize that there are language barriers.
Right.
There are stigmatizations within cultures.
Yes.
Where people are ashamed to reach out. That.
Well, we are so happy, Kendra, that
so happy
you
to have
are
you today.
here and that you are sharing the stories of the Long Island Volunteer Center. Again, that's at www.longislandvolunteercenter.org. We are so thankful for our proud graduate, and we just like to invite you back again.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for
Thank you for being here. We want to thank you for being with us. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, along with my fabulous friend, Aurora Workman, president of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. This show is a production of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. Visit ncc.edu/WHPC for more information. Available as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. Lion Tales is powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. On the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. We'll talk to you next week.